Hello, this is Dr. James Ryan Fenn. This is the Phenomenal Health Radio Show, and we are coming to you today with a message of love and life and health and healing that comes from within. Because your health does come from within. There's not a lotion, there's not a potion, there's not a pill or injectable that will actually make your body healthier. The only thing that your body can do for health is heal itself. For instance, if you break your arm, like I have, you put a cast on it. The cast doesn't heal the arm heals itself from within. But today we're going to teach you guys one of the most powerful things that I've ever learned as a chiropractor now for 20 plus years. Something that is more powerful than a pill, more powerful than an injectable, more powerful than anything I've ever seen. And that is the infinite wisdom of the body. For you guys that want to take action on your health, we're going to have a special offer for you here at the end of the segment. But I'm here to tell you guys, I've lived this thing. The problem is people don't recognize that. The people, when they have a health problem, a back injury, they go to a medical doctor, and there's going to be some type of chemical solution for your mechanical problem. If you've got a physical problem with your back and you take medication, it's just going to cover that up, and it's getting worse and worse. I mean, they're doing trillions of dollars worth of medical care, and we got a $3 trillion medical system now, and none of that stuff is designed to make you healthier. And listen, I'm not knocking our doctors and nurses, okay? It's just I want to have some contrast here. A doctor's job is to study disease and what causes people to be diseased, and then we have a chemical solution, a drug, in order to treat that disease. Chiropractor's job is a lot different. We study health and what causes you to be healthy, and we study what is interfering with your innate health and how to remove that interference so that you can function and heal better from within. And I'm excited today. We've just celebrated 20 years at Fenn Chiropractic. We've done over 260,000 adjustments in our office and growing every day. But, rather than when you have a problem or a pain, or neck pain, back pain, headaches, arm pain, sinus problems, heart problems, where there's lack of function, lack of healing in your body, rather than taking a drug to cover it up, I'm encouraging you guys to look within. And I'm going to kind of tell you my story and how I got into this. Once again, this is Dr. James Ryan Fenn. This is the Phenomenal Health Radio Show, coming to you guys with a message of life and health and healing from within. So here's what happened to me. I grew up in Tallahassee. My dad's a pharmacist. He had Brown's Northside Pharmacy here for 25 years on North Monroe Street. My family's been helping people in healthcare for a long time. Well, I didn't want to be a pharmacist. I wanted to race dirt bikes. So I did it in the amateur ranks, and we went all over the country, and I was wanting to make one last push to try to go to nationals and maybe be a pro. I'd done a few pro-am races, and I had a training accident. We were out at our local track here where I jumped this one jump 1,000 times, and this time it didn't go well. I lost my footing while 40 feet in the air, and I came down on my butt, and it hurt. I hit hard with a thud. I'll never forget just seeing the bike laying over there next to me and trying to help myself up and realizing that my legs didn't work. It was terrifying. I'd known people that had a friend recently that had been put in a wheelchair and was paralyzed from a broken spine. So I thought I'd broken my back. There was a guy that tried to help me to my feet, and my feet just didn't work. So we did what you do. You go to the doctor. We went to the emergency room, and they took x-rays, and they said, there's nothing broken. But there's something worse. You've got nerve damage. And that just crushed me. And so the next couple weeks, we were all around Tallahassee. We were seeing specialists. We were seeing a neurologist at Tallahassee Neurology. We saw orthopedists at Tallahassee Orthopedic Clinic. Wonderful people. Did amazing workups on me. We had CAT scans, bone scans, MRIs, all this stuff. They sent me for physical therapy, and I jokingly called it the physical terrorist because I got that word from my physical terrorist, by the way. They said, yep, physical terrorist. We're going to terrorize these problems you got and get them out of you. But, man, none of that worked. It just hurt. And all these doctors told me the same thing. It's nerve damage. You're never going to ride a motorcycle again. You're never going to be able to walk right. And when you get older, it's going to be worse. So I didn't like those answers. So we went to find better doctors. So we went to Shands. We went to Mayo Clinic. We went all over trying to get answers. But meanwhile, my life's getting worse. Like we went from being, reasonably successful young adult that I was racing motorcycles at a fairly high level. I had a job. I was going to school. Well, that stuff was over. I was on the couch. I was defeated. I'm not working. I ruined a bunch of relationships around me. And also, of course, doctors, when they don't know what's wrong with you, they don't have any answers. What are they going to give you? Medication. And there was no shortage of that in my life at that time. But it was over about a year later. My brother Greg was going up to the mountains to visit some friends. And my mom begged him to please get his miserable little brother off the couch and take him with him. And thank God he did, because one of his friends, Dr. Terrell Fowler, had just gotten out of chiropractic school and took one look at me limping around on this skinny little atrophied leg. At that point, I'd just gotten off a cane, and asked what had happened. And I told him, and he said, well, have you seen a chiropractor? I said, never. What would you guys do that these dozen orthopedists couldn't do? Well, what we do is we remove interference to your body's innate ability to heal. And that sounded really weird to me. So I'm like, what does that look like? Because we make adjustments. He goes, if a hard bone is on a soft nerve, you're not going to function and heal. That's going to continue to get worse. If we can take pressure off the nerve, you're going to start to function and heal better. I'm like, all right, sign me up. Where do we do this? So my first adjustment was there were no x-rays. They didn't do the phenomenal health exam like we do in our office, where I'm actually a licensed physician in this state. I think this guy was from another state. But we actually do a proper exam. We do bilateral weight scales. We do posture. We do range of motion. We do digital posture analysis to measure the forces on your spine. We have digital state-of-the-art x-ray, all this stuff that we do. He had none of that. This dude just put me on an ottoman and started feeling on my spine. And that was different. He really felt my spine. Where the others might have touched it in the area, this guy was expertly feeling every individual vertebrae. And when he got down on the bottom, he goes, there it is. And it was obvious to me that was it. He put his finger on some spot that no doctor had found, and I had not even found, and poked on it. I'm like, what is that? He goes, that's subluxation. And I'm like, what is that? He goes, that's a bone out of place shutting down your nerve. I'm going to make an adjustment. And this guy, after that few-minute exam, put me on my side, adjusted my lower spine. And when I stood up for the first time in over a year, I had enough power in that right leg to bring my body up to the next leg. And at that point in time, I knew I was designed to be a chiropractor. Since then, I went to chiropractic school. We've helped tens of thousands of people that were told exactly what I was told, that there is no hope, there is no help, you're going to be crippled, you're going to be sick, that you're going to be broken the rest of your life. And folks, that was only those doctors' experience, because they had no experience in chiropractic. They only had experience in medicine and treating disease with medicine and surgery. So if you or a loved one had been told that you're going to be broken and that there is no help and there is no hope, I encourage you to do what Dr. Fowler taught me, to look within, because the power that made me healed me. I'm walking normally. I did CrossFit for 10 years. I raced motorcycles till I was 43 years old, and thank God we're over that sport. But I still ride with my family on a weekly basis. My dad's 80 years old, and we ride together. The life potential that was gained from that first adjustment, I can't even tell you. I do know from this that motorcycle crash was not an accident. That was just what I had to go through to be able to help people. I had to be broken. God broke me so that I could help others. When you come in and you tell me what's going on, I feel you. I've been there. I've been where there was no help and there was no hope, and I was scared and I was fearful. And I'm here to tell you this: you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be fearful. Your body can heal itself. It is infinite in its wisdom. It's been that way forever and ever. But if you or a loved one want to get in right now, we're taking the first 2 callers to get the phenomenal health exam in our office at no charge. It's just 764-8432, 764-VITA, 764-8432 for your loved one to get in and get the phenomenal health exam to determine if there's pressure on your nerves, to determine if we can get your body functioning and healing as it was designed to. It could change your life like it changed mine. Once again, Dr. James Ryan Fenn, Phenomenal Health Radio Show. First two callers, 764-8432. Remember the fact that God loves you, your chiropractor loves you, and there is nothing you can do about it.